Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's prepare the daily video and daily update for Monday. Well, guys, today I have taken a look across the board on all major currencies, and right now it's really a lot of interesting among them, even among the majors. So, for example, we know the setup on the New Zealand dollar, the double repo buy pattern has been formed on the weekly chart. Japanese yen stands on the major monthly resistance and the overbought also on the monthly chart. So also some interesting patterns could be formed there. Great British pound stands on the fifth way down on the monthly chart, and it's really could renew the lows. And if you remember the analysis of the monthly chart on the Great British pound that we have prepared in our Forex military school, when we have talked about the application of the AUD waves, there we said that there also another leg down should happen on the Great British pound, and right now this really comes to life, and right now this fifth leg starting to form, and that's why we think that the Great British pound also seems as interesting. On the euro currency, guys, it's not really many interesting for immediate trading on the daily charts. Euro currency, right, it's interesting mostly in the longer perspective, but right now I think that some better setups exist that worth of our attention, that just faster, that could lead us to the result faster than the euro currency. And that's why today we will take a look at the Australian dollar. Also, guys, today we have posted and placed on the forum our weekly research, when we speak not only on economical events that has happened in the previous week, particularly speaking on farm payrolls release. Also, Goldman Sachs has made the update of their view on the euro currency, and in general they announced the same target for the euro currency. It coincides with our expectation when we said that we expect to get approximately 150 area, while Goldman Sachs tells that they expect the 114 on the euro currency within the 3 months. But also, guys, we have put some thoughts on the recent event in France. All of you know about the terrorist attack in France. Also, we think that this attack has not only some religious fanaticism reasons, but they also could become the significant part of this attack. But we think that mostly the fanaticism is just disguise for planned act in France. And we have put some comments from the intelligence officer of the France intelligence professional, who point on some details on the videos that have been placed in the international TV when the terrorist just killed the police officer. And so you just could read the comments. This is not our thoughts, but we think that they have to exist. This opinion have the right to exist, and because we see another reasons for this attack, not just the religious fanaticism, but some pure political background that's now is going on in the Europe. Europe gradually starts to understand that the policy of the United States in the Eastern Europe, particularly speaking in the relation to Russia, to the Ukraine, it's a bit destructuring for European economy as well. And Europe would like to find a compromise, would like to find some exit from this situation that do not want US to do. And this terrorist attack has happened after some comments from the Francois Hollande that it has made in the radio and later these words were put in the Le Figaro. You just could read this in our weekly research, but we think that this event in the terrorist attack in the United States of 9/11, they could be compared between each other. Yes, they have the different scale. The 9/11 attack was just outstanding. This was just a horrible act. Here we have a bit smaller act, but the kind of this act, the background of this act is the same. Personally, I think that the 9/11 was not just an occasional terrorist attack. I think that my opinion is that this was the planned act for some geopolitical targets that United States has at that moment in the world, and that just this attack just led these plans to come true. That's all. And I think here it's also not just a religious fanaticism, but there are some political background exists for this, and logically could find these reasons. Maybe this sounds a bit like the science fiction, and maybe we are wrong. In general, we would like to be wrong with this, but we just can't ignore the logic that exists here, and we just can't ignore some comments and some moments that are present on the videos, and so on. So you could, that's not just the challenge for argue to each other. That's just our call to think, not believe blindly what you see and hear on TV, just to think, analyze, and make some conclusions. Because why we in general talk about this, and because this could lead to significant consequences in the geopolicy, and as a result in the economy in the European Union. That's why this event very important. So, if you would like to read this, you could visit our forum, our part of the forum, and read the weekly research. But right now, let's talk to the technical moments on Australian dollar. So, as we have estimated in our weekly research and in the daily updates that we have prepared on the previous week, Australian dollar right now stands at a strong monthly support. And we said that probably some reaction on this support could follow, but for that, market should form some reversal pattern, bullish reversal pattern on the daily chart. And finally, that has happened. So on Thursday, the double repo pattern has been confirmed, as we said. On Friday, it has started to work. So that's the confirmation candle where we start, where we should take the long position. That's the result of this double repo pattern. The minimum target of this pattern is the 50% resistance of the thrust of the double repo. Also, guys, it's very interesting that around 85, 86 here stands, and in the area of the 618 resistance of this thrust stands untouched yearly pivot point on the Australian dollar. Here also we have monthly pivot resistance one, slightly higher than this level. So it means that the daily pattern could have enough and sufficient power just to push market for the 300, 400 pips high to the 618 resistance. That's only the minimum, the most probable target, but it absolutely doesn't forbid to the market to proceed slightly higher and test yearly pivot point. That probably will be our major destination, because if market will approach to the yearly pivot point for the distance of the 50, 100 pips, it's very probable that it will continue a bit higher and test this pivot. That's probably will be our target. On the hourly chart, but right now, take a look. The market has hit simultaneously daily overbought. It means that in the beginning of the next week, some retracement should come. If we will take a look at the hourly chart, we'll see that we've got this double bottom pattern that has started to work. You can see that market has broken through the neckline and continue move higher. It means that we could get some retracement. Also, we have mentioned this divergence, bullish divergence for the MACD. That's okay. The most probable level where this retracement should stop stands right here. This is, you can see, confluence support 81.36, 81.40. Confluence support on the daily chart, on the hourly chart. That's also weekly pivot point. It's 81.47, and take a look, it coincides with the neckline. So it seems absolutely logical if market will return right back down, retest the neckline, and then continue move higher. So if you would like to take the long position, pay attention to this level. That could become the level where market should stop. And after that continue move high. Any breakout through this level and downward continuation should be watched and treated as with the suspicious. That will be not very positive moment for the Australian dollar, especially due to the patterns that we have already in place here and on the daily chart. So we would not want to get, especially after this significant thrusting action to the upside, we would not want to get too deep retracement and failure of the double bottom, because this is in fact the pattern that has triggered the upside action, that launched the double ripple on daily. And if it will fail, that will be really negative moment that will put under question the double ripple at all on the daily chart. That's why keep it closely, keep it on this pattern closely, and watch for this level on Monday.